keep doing this until I get some viewers. And or questions. How about that? What should I play while I'm waiting? How about a nice little rendition of what's it called? The song that starts like this. It's a theme song. MacGyver. That was my food, by the way. I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot that I stuck a plate in the microwave oven. I turned it on, and I started doing this. So my late dinner will be even more postponed. But hey, what's up, guys? I'm just gonna hang out for a bit now, because I realized that for the past few months, or maybe I don't know, maybe a year or so, I've started opening my Yap a lot more than what I used to. I used to, like 10 years ago. Back then, I used to do a lot of live or live-ish stuff. That is vlogs and stuff, where I talked more and was more interactive. But then I sort of made the switch to it, like strictly cover guy. But seeing as over the last 6 months or so, I've been talking a lot, probably a lot more than I should. I feel like some of you might not really know me that well, or might just have something that you want to ask me or want to talk about. So, oh, it smells like tuna now. Oh, delicious tuna. I'll have to just fucking whatever, man. Maybe I'll keep doing this for 20 minutes or so, and then I get to eat my cold plate of tuna. Oh man, there was something on the screen now. Oh, look at this! Screen technology. You can catch me there in the reflection of my guitar. How do I bring up the chat now? From that button there, maybe? Okay. Hey dude, hey sexy grande. Any more Tool reviews? Maybe a Tool drum cover in the future. Yeah, I mean, probably I'll do some more Tool reviews. Fucking reconnecting. It sort of made me feel like I was raking in the like cheap views, because they got a lot more views than all the other content that I posted. So I don't want to sort of oversaturate the channel, which I did at that point with Tool reviews and stuff. But yeah, it's a super nice concept. I mean, I enjoy doing them, but I also feel like by this point, people who want to see them, they expect something from me, and they know exactly what to expect, and they know exactly what they're gonna get. So it's like, do you really need me to? Do you really need to see me review a lot of a bunch of other Tool songs, you know? But hey, then again, I feel like I've only been reviewing sort of similar Tool songs, so give me a really left field suggestion. I just might, or like some spin on the Tool reaction thing, because you know I've done them. I mean, there's several hours of me listening to Tool and bitching about it by this point up on my channel. So you know, if you have something else suggest, I mean, apart from drum cover, you know, because my drums that I have been uploading videos of me playing of them nice, yes, over the last few months or so. They're old videos, because my drums are located some, you know, a 2-hour drive from where I live now, and I don't have a car, and I really don't go back there often. So I effectively play drums maybe once or twice a year. And I don't learn new songs for drums anymore. Whenever I get to playing drums, I only play, you know, the stuff that I love playing, the stuff that I played as a kid. So I don't sit down and learn new songs anymore for the drums. So yeah, afraid not. I did promise you a MacGyver rendition dinner. What the fuck? I figured this out myself a few years ago, and I just remembered it because I was doing this. I was like, what the fuck starts like that? And it's like, oh yeah. So see how far I can go. Wait, this gets... What the fuck happened then? Yes! And then some... Oh, okay. Don't know how it goes from there. What's up, dude? Nice hat. Yeah, thanks, dude. It's just my hair is terrible. Hat. The hair that I have remaining. That is. I started growing my hair out again. Because, like 2 years ago, I thought, okay, I've lost so much hair on the top of my head now that I am effectively bald. And there's no way that I'm ever going to, even be able to have a semblance of any type of haircut from this point on. Might as well just start shaving my head. And then I did that for a couple of years. And then I was like, man, who the fucking... Why do I need to do this? Why do I need to... I have some hair. Why do you need to either have a perfect full head of hair or then just shave it all off? Fuck that. So I said, I'm gonna rock what I have while I have it. None of my parents, not my mom, not my dad, are bald. So I'm just blessed with some fucking shit. So whatever. Speaking of nothing at all. Oh, what song that was? That was the theme for MacGyver. Tell you MacGyver's first name. I bet you don't know it. No, I don't know it, actually. Richard Dean Anderson MacGyver. They always called him Mac, right? He had that fat, he wasn't even fat. He was sort of fat. I think he was fat. Played by Dana Elcar, his superior or whatever. Called him Mac. And then he had that pilot friend with a mustache, I think. He flew a plane. Died once, maybe. Or then he died of cancer, but then it was his evil twin brother or some shit. He called him Mac, so... I don't know. Angus MacGyver! Get the fuck out of here, really? I keep getting a reconnecting message. Followed by, you're alive! So I think the connection is probably not great, but... There it is what it is. It's not like I'm saying anything important here. I can always go with the mullet. Yeah, that's true. And I can also always go with the skullet. I mean, is there anything manlier? There's nothing manlier than just being fucking straight up super bald on top and then just like growing it all out. Maybe not even to a skullet level, but just so manly. I'm so not manly that I try to rake in the manly points whenever I can. Did I ever give ISIS a listen? Yeah, a friend of mine, he's a proper music listener. He's a guy that he listens to a band, he likes a band, and then through Spotify or through Wikipedia or whatever, he goes through associated acts of said band that he likes, and then he goes, oh wow, yeah, I love Neurosis. What else is there sort of like this? Oh, there's ISIS. Oh, there's Cult of Luna. Okay, I'm gonna check him out. And then he checks them out, and then he loves them, and then he shows them to me, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not familiar with this song, so I'd rather just listen to the same shit that I always listen to because it's easier to listen to that and enjoy that than having to take the time out of my life. It's got to be instant gratification for me when it comes to music, I guess, nowadays. Or not even nowadays, but before. Nowadays, I actually listen to a lot of, well, relatively speaking, a lot of new artists that I haven't listened to. But I think it's got to do with my ADHD, where it's something that has to like grab me and like I had such a hard taking the time off my day to do something that requires a sustained effort. So yeah, but yeah, I have listened to ISIS. They're good. But have you listened to this? That was my brand new song. This is my other one. That was a cover of Eruption. So anyway, what's up? It's 8:40. Getting cold, and now I'm live again. Hooray! Fucking, I've been live this entire time, I hope. Well, anyway, guys, just ask me anything. Ask me whatever, because you can clear the floors. You can clearly see the floor is yours, and you get to decide what I talk about now for a brief while. I can play something while you think it over. What's something go-to that I always play? Oh yeah, it's the same thing. It's Baroness, I think. Yeah, it is. No. Red Album, greatest album. Fucking. Yeah, sure. I'm glad no one's paying to watch to see this. I sometimes entertain the thought of, hey, it'd be cool to be like a cover artist, a cover guy at just like a pub or something. Who sits down and plays like a half-hour set of cover songs on an acoustic and sings. But then it always boils down to that. I find that a terrifying thought, because it, like just now, like, oh God, I don't think I could ever get into the mode of performing live with an acoustic, because it's always, when you play an acoustic by yourself, you always just redo. I don't think I could ever get into the mentality while playing an acoustic guitar of just, okay, like if I fuck up, just keep going, instead of just pausing and doing it again. Because that's so rooted into me playing acoustic guitar, because that's what I've been doing for fucking 25 years. Which you wouldn't believe, because I don't play that well. Steal my own acoustic guitar anymore, because I play a classical acoustic, like nylon string, all the time at work. So this feels super off. Anyway, you got something more you want to know about my shit? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. You've been talking this entire time, but I just haven't scrolled in the fucking chat. Play a dad riff, okay? Well, it's good actually. Now I have a backlog of your guys' stuff that I can run through. A dad riff. Like the fucking quintessential dad riff. It doesn't get any more daddy than that. What are your true feelings towards Tool without patronizing? Well, I mean, my true feelings towards Tool are the following: that I seriously, I am honest here. I have not heard more Tool than what I have listened to for my videos. That is the honest truth. I have never sat down to listen to them. Yeah, like I'm 31 years old, so over the years, of course, I have heard Tool songs here and there, but never have I sat down to actually listen to them. So yeah, my honest opinion, if that was what the question was, my honest feelings towards Tool are the ones that you can see in my videos. Yeah, I'm not. I understand that it feels like I have a grudge towards them, or that I'm just I dismiss them in my head as being pretentious or whatever. That I'm like, I have negative feelings towards them, but I don't. I don't think I've ever stated that either. But I don't know. I can probably go watch my videos and then I'm there like, oh, this sucks. This band is fucking shit. Oh, my ADHD seems like it has done me good. Well, yeah, at this point in life, yeah, as I mentioned, I'm 31 years old. At this point in life, I'm disconnect. When I was doing my slog through the educational system, my ADHD certainly didn't fucking do me any favors, resulting in me not having an education effectively. I'm not graduating from any school. I graduated from, and again, I'm in Finland, so our educational system is different from the one in the States. But I graduated from ninth grade, yeah, and then I went to what is essentially high school, and then I just sticked around in there for a couple, 3 years, and then I got kicked out, and then I just started working after that. So, and 3 years or something ago, I got my diagnosis. Where I went and obtained my diagnosis after have been sent there by work-related psychologists and stuff. So I got the seal of approval, seal of approval, seal of reason of why I was a fuck up when I was a kid. But yeah, I wouldn't change if I got to choose whether I was the way I am, wired the way I am, or if I got to sort of like correct all those wires in my brain, I would not. Because, yeah, I like living like this. I don't see it as, I don't aspire, I don't have aspirations to be able to sit somewhere and listen to get some person tell me for hours on end, this is how things are, this is how things are, this is how you need to do things. I can't stomach that thought. Speaking of going to school, that is. I know it sucks, yeah, but fucking whatever. Have I heard today is the day? They're having a new album this spring. No, but that's a name that I've seen a lot lately for some reason. What are they? What do they do? What do they do? What's the point in living? I'll tell you what the point in living is, dude. The point in living is uh, getting good enough at guitar that you can down tune from E standard to D drop D, and then dad riffs all day long. Oh my god, that was okay. You want to hear a happy dad riff? You don't hear that often. Oh no, sir. Dads are never happy. I'm fucking happy though. I'm not a dad. I'm a stepdad, but you know. Can you never address Tool again? Your other content is much more interesting. Yeah, I mean, I figured. I went like Tool, and it's basically what I need to say about Tool. I feel like I've said in like that can be condensed into half a minute or something, half a second maybe. Days of the New. Have you heard about them? No. What's your take on the grunge scene? I don't know anything about the grunge scene. I don't know anything. I don't even know. I didn't even know that there is a grunge scene. I mean, um, if I try to think of all alternative rock or grunge bands that are current that I listen to, I think the only one that comes to mind is Failure. Um, yeah, whom I love, by the way. Failure is amazing, and the Smashing Pumpkins. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot to go on there. Are you a Metallica fan? I'm one of those fucking weirdos that I'm not quite old enough to for Metallica to have been um, 80s relevant when I was growing up. Instead, um, yeah, they were like post Black Album, and the thing is that well, actually, where I grew up was a small, tiny redneck ass, country ass town in Finland, and all the what you would maybe call jocks, but who were essentially just like the 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 biggest, burliest, redneckiest, brawling types. They were all into Metallica and Iron Maiden, so I was never compelled to check them out because I was like, man, fuck, I don't like. That was like a super no sign. Like I didn't want to be fucking listening to the same thing as these idiots were. I'm sorry. They're good guys. I mean, yeah, but that was just my first Maiden. But actually, since then, I mean, I'm gonna start stripping. Da-da! I spent like 2 hours playing Iron Maiden on the guitar today, so it took me adulthood to get into Iron Maiden and to start appreciating Metallica. I like Metallica. Justice for All is my favorite album. I fucking love that album, start to finish. Other relatively big bands that you haven't heard much of. That way we have an idea of what to request. Well, honestly, Mastodon still. Um, you can mention a lot of bands. 90s Metallica. Fucking Slayer, Anthrax. I'm only thinking of metal bands here, but huge bands. Any a lot of big bands because I'm an elitist growing up. So I was like, if is it popular, I don't like. And then I was just into pure shit. Favorite pop song? Damn. Fuck. I don't know a lot about current pop, but I'll have to get back to you on that. Mm. Beck, oh my god! I just recently, really like a couple, 2, 3 weeks ago, recently got into Beck's new stuff. So I've been listening to his 2017, I think, album Colors, and his 2019 album Hyperspace, maybe it's called. That is that is great pop. That is super good pop. And then I again did the thing where I went into I was like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. I wonder what Fantano has to say about this. And then he goes, oh, it's fucking garbage. And I'm like, fuck this guy. Like, I feel like every time I find something that is, I really appreciate the production, like on these Beck albums, I'm like, this is just like straight up good pop. This is, this is great for what it is. I would give it an 8 out of 10 in that regard. And then fucking Fantano was like, it's not Odele, it's not Odele, it's not what the fuck was the first album called? Mellow Gold, I think. In League with Dragons, that was a great album. Fantano goes, it's too bland and boring. Fucking, he even bitched and complained and moaned about Stephen Wilson's The Raven that he refused to sing his production. And when I saw that review of his when he was complaining about the production of that album, I knew that my sensibilities are worth to me than his. I don't really respect him as like this musical genius. I don't really feel that. He knows a lot of shit. Of course he does. He listens to a million albums a day. But the way he's hearing things, I don't share his ears when it comes to that. So, side note, um, play Slayer fast. Are they in drop? Are they in drop tuning? That was Slayers. Um, Sure wrong. You are telling me respect. I can derive your personal feeling in the videos without being condescending. I'm 29, Tool fan, but I still feel like you're being true to yourself in your vids. Yeah, dude. Uh, Jack Harris. What's up, dude? Jack Harris has posted a fucking guitar cover. Go check it out. Did I miss the Hatebreed cover you were recording a few months back? You gotta play it on acoustic now. No, you did not miss it. Fuck! I totally forgot we were doing that. I mean, a friend of mine recorded he made a track where it was an instrumental where it was Hatebreed's Tear It Down, played in like drop A or something, super fucking good. He sent it over to me to record vocals over it. It's great actually, and then I totally forgot to record a video for it. Fuck, I'm gonna have to get on that because I really want to get it out there. It was super good. Stormy, what's up, Valdemar? Thank you for loving my work, man. I love your interest in my work. Also curious to if I've listened to any of Radiohead stuff other than Creep. No, because when Radiohead, I mean, in the '90s, when Radiohead was on TV and on the radio, the, um, I was bored by it. I was into, I wanted Rage Against the Machine and Beastie Boys and stuff, and the heavy stuff from fucking keeps reconnecting. I don't know if it's cutting out or whatever, but no, Radiohead's one of those bands where I missed them because of where I was at that point in time, and then I just haven't gone back to check them out. Um, um, Allison Chains, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, etc. Allison Chains, the two first, fucking, the album. Well, anyway, I used to listen to them. They're not one of my bands. I think when I was like 20, I checked them out properly, or probably younger than 20, I checked them out properly, and I liked it. Yeah, I mean they're great. What the fuck can I say? They're great, but not a personal favorite of mine. Nirvana, same thing. I love, like, when Smells Like Teen Spirit came out and that was playing. That was my favorite song, probably. I just loved, like, since I was maybe 6 years old when Teen Spirit came out, and I have always loved heaviness. I have always loved screaming. I have always loved just fucking heavy. It has always resonated with me since I was a child. And when I heard that song, it's just, and oh god, and every time I heard a Nirvana song on the radio or whatever, I remember hearing "Rape Me" in the car with my dad, and I knew enough English back then even to understand what "Rape Me" meant. So I was sitting there and I felt really awkward. And I think my dad disapproved heavily of this song because he only wants to hear fucking. No, my dad's the best. Um, Tell us about the old Finnoa classic, Vito no Persiani. That's not a Finnoa classic. That's like a, fuck was that? Zerk classic or a Herneketto classic. Fucking, you know what sucks? I can't go to Irk Gallery and grab those videos. I can't download them because they're corrupted somehow. I wish I could. Any Cattle Cap cover in progress? No. I've like, when was the previous album, the Anthropopla Explanation? When was that released? Because I've been like super lazily working on covers. Okay, yeah, I got to. I figured out. I mean, I'm no Travis Ryan, but I've sort of figured out what he does, and I proved it to myself, and I proved it to the internets that I can pull it off. And it's more like a flashy thing now, where it's show offy to cover cattle decap. So I'm not really feeling it because I can't like put that just emotional aspect into it. It's more like a technical performance, whereas it's fine, but it's also super stressful to record stuff like that. My thoughts on post punk new wave. I don't know. Does the Black Queen count as new wave? That's Greg Puchado's project with the two other guys. I love the Black Queen. I don't know if they're considered new wave or whatever, but I really dig that. If I listen to any Southern rock, it's not typically something I'm big on, but I've been listening to the Outlaws on repeat lately, and I would like your take. No, I don't know what would constitute as Southern rock. Kid Rock, Superjoint Ritual. Seen the Joker movie? Did you like it? Just watched the Living Color video. Great idea for future video. You have always put me on to new music. Thank you, man. Yeah, that Living Color video. It was really a spontaneous idea. Fuck, I really gotta start quitting this and getting my dinner. But yeah, I just had the thought of, man, there are bands out there that I wish I could. There are bands out there that deserve a little more shine and a little more love than they are getting, and or deeper, deeper love, because it's like with Living Color and Cult of Personality. It's always wait. It's always that, and it's always, wow, this is a good song. It's either, yeah, I've heard this before, I like it, or I haven't heard this before. Okay, that was good. Anyway, and it's like, yeah, that band deserves fucking way more than just that fleeting reaction. So I felt like I wanted to use the little. I can think of tons of other bands that I could do similar videos for. So, oh, and by the way, I haven't seen the Joker movie. You know why? Because I haven't been to the movies in. It's 2020 now. I haven't been to the movies in 16 years. Speaking of my ADHD, the movies is not for me. Um, at that point, I was 15, 16. Last time I went to see the movie. To see, that's how long it's been. I don't even know how to say it anymore. The last time I went to see the movie. Last time I went to the movies, I was 16, and at that point, I was like, man, fuck this. I can't sit here. I need to get up and walk around, and I fucking. It's also I'm very sensitive to I suppose you mean like sensory stuff. So bright lights and big sounds that sort of it disorients me. So like having a huge movie screen, it makes me almost nauseous. Um, so it was never a pleasant experience for me. And so when I was old enough to actually be able to say to myself, you know what, fuck this. Yeah, I know everyone loves the movies, but maybe I just don't love the movies. Fuck this. I'm walking out. And so I haven't been to the movies since. So I haven't seen the Joker movie, but I've heard it's good. Um, Void Cruiser, Finnish bandiola do the stoner of metals. No, I haven't. I haven't fucking heard of any bands ever. Planning on doing a tutorial for Travis Ryan's gritty singing style. I thought I did. I did a vocal tutorial last year about yeah, Travis. What do you mean by gritty singing style? We were in Rauma a couple of weeks ago visiting family. Finland kind of blows during wintertime, haha. Only like 5 hours of sunlight a day. Yeah, when it's sunny. I mean, the shittier days are the one where it doesn't even get light. There's overcast. It's just cloudy, and the sunlight peaks at like 9 a.m. or daylight, should I say? And it isn't even daylight. Yeah, that sucks. But then you always have the other side of the coin where it's like it's just daylight 24/7 in the summer. But me, I've always liked the darkness because being a super anxiety riddled child and like ooh, I always found the darkness comforting because I felt like it was like this blanket over me. A lot, tons of issues as a child, um, psychological issues and stuff that I still work at. But that was one of those things that the darkness has never bothered me. I actually still love it. Um, Check out all the Mastodon songs featuring Scott Kelly. There's one song per album with him. I think I actually have over the years because someone has always sent me, "Hey, Scott Kelly's on this one," and I've listened. And I was like, "Yeah." I played bass as a teen, but only simple punk songs. I'm playing again and wondering how you would approach the most efficient way of practicing and learning. The way that I've always practiced and learned instruments is always play the stuff. Always play the stuff that you enjoy playing. Um, that is how I play drums. That is how I play guitar. That is how I play bass. That is how I sing and scream and stuff. Is that I always have strictly only practiced what I like playing along to. Um, yeah, I never any exercises like this, which is one of those things. It's like I'm not gonna promote that ideal or that way of approaching an instrument. It's not like yeah, fuck exercises, man. They're not any good. Just rock out, because that's there and fucking that's the reason why I played acoustic guitar for 25 years and I can only do this. I can do a little more than that, but it's not effective time. But then again, what's the point of playing? Like, if you have a set goal, if it's like, okay, you are now playing a bass in a band, and that band needs to perform in 2 years, it needs to perform songs at this level. Then you have a set goal, and you're like, okay, well, I need to get my chops up to that level in this frame of time, and then you start applying that to exercises. You're not okay. What can I not do that I need to do? Okay, I need to be able to do like faster pull-ups, and then you can start doing like pull-off practices or whatever. But if you don't have that set goal, then my advice to you would be to just keep playing what you want to play, the shit that you enjoy listening to. Play along to that. Start with start with stuff that you love listening to that is easy to play. That's what I always to these two strings to match like System of a Down's first album and Toxicity, and just or because this string wasn't along that tuning, but yeah, always. And then over time, you put in the work with the simple stuff, you get really good and solid in the simple stuff. And I mean, hey, if that's not good enough for you, then you start doing some actual practice and techniques and stuff. But yeah, just have fun. Radiohead? I just talked about Radiohead a bit, but yeah, essentially my Radiohead opinion is I've never really listened to him. You've never seen something you agreed with Fantano. He's so pretentious. Yeah, I mean, I think this is maybe 2011 or 2012 or something. I was watching a review that he did, and I remember he sang a part of some song on that album, and it was an album I liked. And when he sang that part, he mimicked it. It was super off, and that I got like this. Ooh, okay. So this guy might not actually like be super musical. So I've always taken everything he says with a bit of salt, with a bunch of salt. Have I listened to Moon Sorrow? No. I think you can pretty much assume that if you're gonna ask me if I have listened to or heard a band, it's fucking no, because I don't listen to anything. I don't listen to anything anymore. Yngwie fucking Malmsteen. I was gonna say I've seen him live, but no, I haven't. I've only watched the G3 live in Denver. Was it Denver? 2004, when it was Vai and Satriani and Malmsteen. And or was it 2003? Anyway, when I went to see G3 in 2004, and I was under the impression that it was gonna be Malmsteen, it was gonna be Yngwie and Steve and Joe, but it was fucking Robert Fripp. Fine, okay, but Robert Fripp's set was literally him sitting sort of behind his amp with dim lights, just playing like amp kicks in his leather pants. That would have been exciting. I would strongly recommend checking out some Radiohead for a possible review video. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, that's a good one. Good one. Thank you, because I'm interested in that actually. Currently, I think I'm gonna have to give you a couple more. I'm gonna briefly run through the questions in chat, and then I'm gonna have to grab my dinner and get on out of here. But it's been nice. It's been nice. Let's do this again. Currently, what's my epitome of excellency band-wise? I.e., what's your favorite band of all times, man? Oh, it's so difficult. I keep tooting the Neurosis horn and Smashing Pumpkins horn, but truth be told, those are bands that are, they're like remains of an earlier me that was in an earlier state of mind and an earlier life, and when I needed those bands, I had those bands, and nowadays, I don't need them anymore, but I appreciate them. So of course, I love them, but they're not a part of my daily routine and needs anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. It's an impossible answer. It's It's way too fluctuating. Thoughts on Rammstein? I fucking love Rammstein. That's one of those bands also that the first time I heard them, I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. I have loved Rammstein since 20 years now. Fuck, 20 years, yeah. The new album, I was on tour when they dropped it in May. I was sitting on our tour van, and I was like, Okay, I feel like checking out the new Rammstein, and then I put it on, and then I kind of zoned out, and I felt like, and without realizing, I was sitting in the van, and I was listening. It was hearing the songs, and I kept having to rewind them because I zoned out, and I was like, "Fuck, this isn't really grabbing me." And then I haven't gone back to listen to the new album since because I haven't been in the mood. But yeah, I mean, Rammstein is, it's one of those bands where it's just like, I view those dudes as idols still. I've met a bunch and I've hung out with a bunch of guys that have been total idols, both like smaller scale and big stars that have been, significantly influential to me. And I've met these guys and I've been like, oh yeah, they're just guys. And because I know that people, all these great musicians, they're just dudes and it's fine. But meeting the guys of Rammstein, I would probably shit my pants. And I would try to forcibly suck Till Lindemann's nipples. Uh, like so similar to me 11 years ago. Wow. Thank you. I mean, I'll take the compliments where I get them. Um, back to the Outlaws. 17 Southern U.S. rock, nothing like Kid Rock. Oh, it's just shucks. I don't think you have a Patreon, but I'd be willing to donate for a reaction on a particular song of theirs. No, I don't have a Patreon. That's too much work, and I don't want to get paid, take money. I can't sit through the movie. I can't sit through the movies in a cinema without getting unquiet. Yeah, because of Scream Corey. I'm tired. Favorite film of all time. Favorite director. Well, speaking of the movies, I'm not a big movie guy. I'm a series guy, so I don't have a favorite movie. Sadly, is metal technically dead? I feel like the last 20 years, new bands were mostly people trying to achieve the new extremum, but I don't think we can go much further. Yeah, I think pretty much like the extremities of stuff, all the genres have already peaked, and it's the question of what you can do creatively with these technical extremes. I mean, even like choosing to use technical extremes in a creative way because what? But yeah, I don't know. Metal isn't dead by far. No, not at all. But it's at the point where you really need to. There's so much shit out there, and there's so much stuff that you really just need to know what sort of metal that you want to listen to. It's and I guarantee it's out there, but it's so hard to find. Um, did I manage to see Neurosis this summer? I saw them in Vienna. It was amazing. No, I didn't. No, I didn't see them this summer. I saw them like 3 years ago. Is the Zappa reaction coming? Second Zappa request. Zappa fucking. Oh my god. Pre-internet, I was hugely a friend of mine. He turned me on to Zappa. He gave me a burned CD, and then eventually he bought the Baby Snakes the DVD, which we watched to oblivion. Also does Humor Belong in Music. I mean, and I have a couple of others Zappa concert DVDs that I watched religiously as a teenager. So I mean, but he has so much stuff that I can definitely pull up a bunch of Zappa off of YouTube that I haven't seen that I can just genuinely react to. But yeah, he's one of the greats. Yeah. Anyway, wow, that was 45 minutes. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been super nice. Thanks for partaking in and keeping it interesting. Catch you next time. Good night. I need to go get my dinner. How do I stop this? Where's this fucking... There, maybe. Goodbye. Yes, stopping streaming.